Cześć, witam was przy następnym streamie, następnych odcinkach serii Let's Play Marvel's Midnight Suns. Także zapraszam do oglądania i dobrej zabawy. I zobaczmy, na czym to ostatnio skończyliśmy. Jak widać, od razu po misji jesteśmy. A chyba tutaj z Wandą, tak? No to zobaczmy, co chcą dziewczyny.
Ileana, are you okay?
My best friend just tried to murder me. What do you think?
We knew trying to save Wanda was going to be a risk.
I know. But is it really worth risking the life of everyone here to do it?
I think so. Do you not?
I just want to close my eyes and when I reopen them, have this all be some bad dream.
We both should get some sleep.
It's the only thing left to do tonight.
Good night, Magic.
Good? There is nothing good about this night, Hunter. Nothing good at all.
Nico,
Don't bother. Kinda just want to be left alone.
We have a lot to think about. How we got here, how we failed.
Yeah, you think?
We can talk tomorrow, when you are feeling better.
Yeah, right. Might be a while.
I will be here.
But Wanda won't.
Okay.
Of all the reckless, immature...
Coś chcecie,
Hunter,
czy...
if you're looking for caretaker, she went to her room.
Yeah, and she made it very clear she doesn't want to be disturbed. She's pretty upset.
We really screwed up, didn't we? I knew we shouldn't have gone messing with that mirror.
I'm worried about Nico and Magic. I think they're in shock or something.
We're all in shock. It's gonna take some time for us to pull it back together. If we manage to pull ourselves together at all.
No dobra. Jest
I'm
z
very,
odczynią w
very
środku
intimidated by
gadać.
caretaker. She pushed Wanda right out of the Abbey. Again.
Cringe. Dobra, ja jeszcze pozbieram esencję i... Strange się widzimy.
And here I thought we were finally starting to trust each other.
They went behind our backs. Nearly cost us everything.
They were trying to save their friend, like any of us would do.
Please, I would never do anything that reckless.
Do you even hear the words coming out of your mouth anymore?
I would never do anything that reckless, given the stakes.
Really?
Okay, fine. I would never do anything that reckless today.
I give that a solid maybe.
It seems there's a competition going on to see who can reprimand the young sons the harshest.
Are you participating?
I'm really glad everyone made it back safe and sound, which is impressive on its own. Trying an incantation like that at their level. One might think they would ask for a Sorcerer Supreme's guiding hand.
I am sure that they now know it would have been better with you there.
Kind of you, Hunter. I kept my composure, but I care for Wanda. It was under my watch that she was taken. There is nothing more I want than to make this right. Even if the outcome wasn't as hoped, we now know what has happened to her. I've been hearing her voice, but each time it grows fainter. By the great Agamotto will bring her back to us.
Mam kontuzję miał? Okej. Dobra, level up przyjaźni. Lecimy?
I want to share something with you. Something I have never shared with another.
Magic,
When I was at Professor Xavier's school, I would listen to this album in my room all the time. Sometimes for many days straight.
Why?
There is not much music in Limbo, Hunter, unless you count the distant screams. But in this world, there is so much music. It is everywhere, which can be just as frightening sometimes. Limbo taught me it was best to be alone. It is how I prefer things.
You are not alone now.
Good, you noticed. The others would not understand. But I know you will, as we both have so much in common.
I suppose we are kindred spirits in a way.
Of course. We are both children of darkness who escaped our destinies and decided to forge new ones. We are both reformed, trying to be good guys now, even if we do not always succeed. It's nice to have someone to relate with.
It is it not?
Okay, enough talking. Let's listen to the album now. The second hour is when it really gets good.
Fajnie. No, komplementy jeszcze więcej. Bardzo dobrze. Przydadzą się. Dobra, kto tam jeszcze? Aurora, Nico, Strange, Deadpool i Ghost Rider pomoc. Dużo gadania. Wszyscy są w szoku po tym, co stało się z Wandą. Można się rozejrzeć w jej pokoju. Co i to tyle w sumie. Dobra. To idziemy pogadać z Nico.
Konnichiwa, friendo.
Nico, what are you doing in Wanda's room?
What does it look like? Ileana said this grimoire is filled with pretty powerful magic. There's gotta be something in here. Something to break the stupid spell your mother cast over Wanda so, you know, we can all go back to being normal. To being friends again.
If you intend on breaking Lilith's hold on Wanda, you're going to need to use magic as dark as hers. Are you up to that?
Have you seen me use the Staff of One? Yeah, not exactly the stuff of fairy tales. Unless you're talking about the creepy old original versions. You know, the ones that sound an awful lot like your childhood. Just because I don't go around broadcasting my dark side like some people do, doesn't mean I can't handle my fair share of dark magic. I know what I'm doing.
I never said you did not.
It all made sense in my head. We'd find Wanda, smack around a few Hydra dirtbags, bring her back to the Abbey, and Caretaker would bake her a cake. I wasn't exactly envisioning Wanda trying to murder us. Or you trying to do the same thing to her.
Perhaps next time we should formulate an...
Tell me about it. Wait, did you just say next time?
I do not give up easily.
Neither do I. How about this? I'll keep digging through these pages if you promise not to release our friend anytime soon.
Deal.
Good, because I'm gonna hold you to that. Well, unless you have anything to add to this free Wanda brainstorming sesh, I should get back to her grimoire. I'm not leaving one page unturned until I find a way of bringing her back to her senses. Till then, later.
I assume you're here to ask about the attempt to rescue Wanda.
You know magic better than I do. I figured...
I'd have something to say. I do. I'm worried about her.
What Nico and Magic did was dangerous. They put themselves at risk of being controlled by Lilith.
Not only that, but Magic is. You know she finds it hard to trust people. The fact that she tried to help Wanda with zero hesitation shows she's grown. But the recklessness could be indicative of conflict from within.
Hopefully this will encourage her to ask for help.
I have a soft spot for Magic, and I always will. I hope you will be kind to her.
I've always been kind to Magic, and I do not plan on stopping.
I am glad to hear it. I should probably seek the two of them out and make sure they are all right.
Don't you think with all my knowledge, all my expertise, I could have helped save Wanda?
No.
Why?
Because we do not trust you, Strange.
Your problem, Magic, is that you don't trust anyone.
Why should I? Where were you when Wanda was taken? What have you or any of the other Avengers done to rescue her?
I thought we resolved this already. There was nothing any of us could do.
No, you resolved it out of your mind. We acted.
And had you elicited my help, you might have succeeded.
Please, you Avengers would only have gotten in our way.
I suppose we'll never know now, will we? And people say Tony's ego's big.
Enough of this. I have to attend to some issues in Limbo. Someone has to make sure we have safe passage through space-time.
Now who is running from a fight, Ileana?
Jezu. Się kłócą.
I try not to be someone who equates youth with folly. I wish Ileana would not look at someone with a lifetime of experience and assume incompetence. Perhaps there was more I could have done to save Wanda, but until I get back into my sanctum, I cannot see everything I once did.
Magic just does not understand what you have been through, Doctor.
Of course she doesn't. She hasn't experienced an inkling of the universe that I have.
Then why let this bother you?
You know why? I just don't feel complete without the sanctum and all its prophetic perks. Like I'm not quite myself.
So you can no longer peer into the future. But that is not where your true value lies. Maybe it is time to reframe your place in the world.
Perhaps you're right, but I do not know where to start.
You can start by realizing you are the Sorcerer Supreme, no matter where you rest your head.
Thank you, Hunter, for your wise counsel. Now, if you will excuse me, this Sorcerer Supreme needs to figure out a way to save us from this mess.
Back from your little field trip. I'm surprised Caretaker hasn't ripped you a new one yet. Going behind her back with the backup singers of your pop-punk band was really risky.
And if Magic and Nico needed to do it again, I would take the chance.
That's what I'm talking about. You should go buck wild more often.
There are no deer here.
I'm saying that what you and the emo twins did back there was gutsy. I like that. Between you and me, I would have done the same thing. Not because I love causing a scene, but in our line of work, we need to bend the rules. Play fast and loose.
Some rules can be flexible.
Gonna be honest, didn't think we'd both be on the same page there.
How come? I am capable of choosing what rules to break or submit to.
Because you're the fancy schmancy legend. I thought rules and order were your bread and butter.
Then I am glad to have changed your perception of me.
Now you're the fancy schmancy rule breaker. If you ever want to break more rules with your little posse, count me in.
Ogólnie nie zauważyłem tego, bo nie ma jej na terenie opactwa, tylko poza, ale jeszcze jest do odwiedzenia dozorczyni, to tutaj się szpęda.
I wanted to apologize for last night. I just couldn't believe what you and the rest of the Sons did, and needed time alone to process. I knew I underestimated Nico's desperation to save Wanda when I realized she swiped my spellbook. I keep thinking, if I hadn't given up on her so easily, if I had listened to them, helped them, I could have prevented them from going out on their own and risking all. Do you think they are right, Hunter? Do you think I gave up on Wanda too soon?
O. Takie pół na pół.
Only you know the answer to that.
I just couldn't face her day after day. Not after what happened with Agatha. I wish I had been stronger. Oh, I can't help but be reminded of Lilith. Maybe if I tried to save her centuries ago, we wouldn't be walking the apocalypse we're in now. Well, I ought to pull myself together and face the day. Thanks for the word, Hunter.
Okej. To trzeba wybrać teraz misję. Nie mamy żadnej możliwej misji fabularnej. Także trzeba coś pobocznego zrobić. Jeżeli będzie to interesujące w jakimś stopniu, to będzie na odcinku, jak nie, to po prostu utnę i przy następnym dniu, przy następnych rozmowach i tak dalej będziemy się widzieć. Dobra. Ogólnie była prosta, szybka misja. Zebranie ładunku, hydry. No i co? Prawne to było, szybkie, klasyczne. Także tyle ominęło. Pogadajmy z tym Blade'em.
A few of us are meeting up tonight. It's a book club. You're probably busy, but if not, the others said I should invite you.
A book club?
Yeah, I didn't figure the great and powerful Hunter would be into a book club.
If it is worth reading, I'm interested.
All our books are worth reading. Anyway, I'm headed to the meeting. I doubt it's your thing, but if you're interested, you could tag along.
After you.
Okay then. Hunter.
Blade's giving you the stink eye. Or maybe he doesn't like the punch. Either way, I think he wants to speak with you.
Here's how this works. We pick out a book, we read the book, and then next meeting we talk about the book. It's my turn to pick, so give me a minute. I need to narrow it down.
Did you already talk about today's book?
Well, no, there isn't one for today.
You are being evasive, and I do not know why.
This is technically our first meeting.
Huh. I thought this was a regular thing you did.
Yeah, I want it to be. Doesn't matter how sharp your weapons are if your mind is as dull as a brick. Just give me some space. I need to find the right book if I'm going to... I need to pick the right book, okay?
All right.
This is the first book club I've been to that didn't devolve into a knockdown, drag-out fight.
Must have been some book club.
A few years back, Bruce and Tony started an Avengers literature circle. First book chosen was Banner's favorite. Tony hated it. Said it was the worst poetry he'd ever read. That a mascara-blinded lab monkey could have written it better. I still don't know what that means. Turned out, it wasn't Banner's favorite book. It was Hulk's.
Oh no.
We lost 2 floors of Avengers Tower before he calmed down.
What happened next?
Black Widow invoked the "this is why we can't have nice things" rule and banned book clubs from meeting at the tower.
I hope I have time for this. I used to be in one of these with my friend Jess, but it fell apart.
What happened?
I got reassigned, she had a kid, aliens invaded. The usual.
Aliens?
Yeah, it's been a busy decade.
Okej. O, Charlie. Też tu jesteś?
All right, I made my decision.
So what is it going to be?
The first book we'll read for book club will be The Art of War by Sun Tzu.
Ooh, a classic.
Yep, that's an old book.
Way older than The Hunter.
Ah, The Art of War. I read that when I was 12.
Well, then you could reread it. See if you gain a new perspective. Our time is tight, I get it. But stop by the library and read the book before the next meeting. But I hope you read the whole thing. This book is one of my favorites.
The katana gave that away.
Yeah, I'm always around if you want to chat about it.
Nah, I'll save it for the next book club.
I could chat about it.
Nah, I'm good.
Okej.
I admit, I like the low-pressure approach we're taking to book club. These things should be fun and informative. Not the high-stakes powder keg of the Stark and Banner book club regime.
What did you think of the meeting?
Seems like a great way to get to know each other.
What do you think about Blade's choice of book?
It got me thinking about a book I can choose. It'll have to be a good one to match Blade's pick.
See you later.
Next time, then.
I think that went well. Carol seemed to enjoy herself. What do you think?
Blade, did you start a book club so Carol would join it?
No. Yes. Sort of. We were talking about books, and I may have suggested the two of us read a book and talk about it. Captain America overheard and expressed interest. Carol said I was starting a book club, and he asked if he could join.
Then what?
What was I supposed to do? Say no to Captain America?
Knowledge is the key to a person's heart.
You think?
It might be the key to Carol's heart.
The key to mine is a silver stake, so you got the better end of the deal. Glad you came, Hunter. But don't forget to do the reading.
All right, I will.
I'm not kidding.
What are you up so late reading?
The twisted brain drippings of that psycho Faustus? This journal is like a love letter to Aleister Crowley, the Necronomicon, Jack the Ripper, and Charles Manson, all remixed into some nightmarish open mic poetry. I'm going to be up all night trying to make sense of it, see if it helps us find our way back into the sanctum.
There is no offense worse than poorly written poetry.
Maybe my open mic poetry analogy was too generous. It's not even good enough to be bad. Makes me miss those 12-hour poetry slams in the East Village, and I thought that was torture. Check this out. Lilith, your name is a black hole for men like me to lose their souls. How I await to be suffocated in your arms. Choke on the dark tendrils of your hair. Murder me, goddess, and I will help you murder this dimension.
Oops.
Someone should warn my mother.
Oh yeah, poor Lilith. Even she can do better than Faustus. All I can say is Hydra's got a real HR problem on their slimy hands. Well, I ought to get back to burning the midnight oil. I got about 400 pages to go of this crap. I'll let you know what I find out.
Magic. Are you all right?
No, Hunter, I am not. And neither is Limbo. The dark energy is increasing.
This danger you feel, have you given more thought to what could be causing it?
Yes, but I do not want to say it out loud.
You need to tell me what is going on in Limbo, Ileana. And you need to tell me now.
The authority in your voice. It's a sign you are stepping into your power. I respect that. But while my power is still greater than yours, I will not speak his name. Words have power. I do not want to give him any more than he already has.
He?
If I am right, you will see soon enough. But tonight, that's all I can say.
Good morning, Hunter. Got a minute to chat?
You wanted to speak, Captain America?
Please, call me Steve or Cap. I know I'm a newer kid on the block, but I'm noticing some major divisions within this team. All the interpersonal drama is pulling focus from the real danger, Lilith.
I have witnessed the divisions, and I must do a better job of resolving the conflicts at hand.
Hardest lessons hit the closest to our hearts. Leading others is never straightforward or easy. It's definitely not all on your shoulders, but I respect you for taking accountability. You stand out here as a leader. The Midnight Suns, Strange, Carol, Tony, even me. We all look to you for our cues. It's a responsibility, and it's a tough one.
I have been a weapon all my life, to be wielded and directed by others. Leadership ability is not my forte. I would appreciate a few pointers.
Just the fact that you're willing to learn means you're on the right track.
I would benefit from your honest appraisal.
Take it step by step and build some bridges between teammates. We're all tired, but some team building might be what we need, even if it's just blowing off a little steam. Times like this, it's easy to forget we're all on the same side. You've already made the ultimate sacrifice once before. I've been there. I know what it's like to be asked to do it again and again. It doesn't get easier, but you get stronger and better at making the hard calls. I've given you a lot to process, but let's pick up this conversation again soon.
No dobra. Z tego co widać, mamy już dostęp do następnej misji fabularnej. Chociaż bardzo bym chciał zrobić tę misję ze względu na kredyty, bo się trochę już kończą. No ale... trzeba trochę fabułki, nie?